Hello, friends! Welcome to The Explainer. So today we are tackling something that literally touches our everyday health, but honestly, it's pretty frequently misunderstood. We're going to completely uncover the basic difference between a drug and a medicine. It sounds simple, right? But we're going to look closely at the exact wording and the history here to clear up this confusion once and for all. Let's just dive right in. People constantly have this confusion about how a drug and a medicine actually differ from one another. Like, what really is the basic difference? You hear these two words used interchangeably all the time, right? On the news, when you're at the pharmacy, or just in casual conversation with friends. But honestly, blurring these lines creates some real misunderstanding about what these substances actually do. So to truly get a handle on this, we've got to strip away all our modern assumptions and start right from the absolute basics. Okay, first things first, let's trace where the word drug actually comes from. It derives from the French word druge. And what does druge mean? Well, simply put, it means a dry herb. Literally, that's it, a dry herb. Long before we had all of our modern chemical complexities and labs, the root of this term was completely natural and botanical. Its original intent was just purely elemental. So, building on those botanical roots, what is the actual intended medical use of a drug for any given disease today? Well, there are really four core applications here: mitigation, diagnosis, prevention, and cure. Whether it's mitigating your symptoms to make you feel a bit better, helping a doctor properly diagnose an issue, preventing an illness from happening in the first place, or, of course, providing a full-on cure. That right there is the true functional definition of a drug. But as society changes, language naturally evolves. And over time, the word drug became really heavily misinterpreted. The general public just began associating drugs almost exclusively with addictive or illicit substances that are used in an abusive way. And because of this incredibly heavy negative stigma, a solution was absolutely necessary in the clinical world. So what happened? The word medicine was introduced into our everyday vocabulary. This was done specifically so that those negative misinterpretations could be completely avoided by both doctors and patients alike.
So to finalize this distinction, a medicine is a substance specifically used to prevent or cure a disease, completely free from all those illicit connotations. And this brings us to a golden rule. It's actually a famous saying: all medicines are drugs, but not all drugs are medicines. Every single medicine you take is technically drug by definition, but because of how certain substances are misused, they absolutely do not qualify as a medicine. So the next time you open up your bathroom cabinet, maybe ask yourself, how much does the language we use actually shape our relationship with our own health? It's pretty wild to think about. Thank you so much for joining this explainer, and definitely stay tuned for the next one.